Hello everyone, welcome to another POX video. For this video I've gone back to more POX versions that I've been playing a bit before. Like not the one that I played in the previous video, but one that I was quite big on previously. And I started from this POX list that I played in paper in this tournament. And the thing I wanted to try out most was like now the new Planeswalker rule is in effect. So I wanted to try out the full 5 Liliana in the main deck, and like one more Liliana at Last Hope in the sideboard. Because oftentimes these two on the field are very good against creature decks, but this doesn't do anything against combo decks, so that's why I only want to keep the second one in the board. Another change, like I made only a few changes, like I put the Ratchet Bomb in the sideboard for Trinisphere, and yeah, the Ob Nixilis I cut for the other Liliana. Yeah, and in the sideboard I cut the Tabernacle because it never did a whole lot for me, and the Dark Ritual, and let's see what I put in place. Oh yeah, the other Liliana at Last Hope, and I may be really blind, but I'm not seeing it. Oh yeah, the Ratchet Bomb, of course, that I took from the main deck. Like these are only out against things like Chalice and Aether Vial, but yeah, I didn't get to put enough cards in sideboards. Like I could play multiple copies of this, but yeah, you also need to cut other stuff. And this is just like a random tryout. Like I haven't actually played with this version yet, so like we may find out that we have too many cards to bring in against some matchup and not enough against another. So it's definitely prone to change. And the reason why I wanted to try out this version and not the previous one, which was let's see if I can find it. I think it was something close to this version that I tried. Yeah, no, this has a Bloodghast. It was a similar version to this. It was probably this version, more or less. Yeah, like it doesn't play any creatures except in the sideboard, while like Liliana Last Hope seems kind of okay with Doomstalker. Like you can discard it early in the game again for Smallpox, but you can still recoup it, and it also mills your own deck, so delving for Doomstalker is easier. And additionally, like in the sideboard, this version plays for Dark Confidant, and like in control matchups, it seems very good. Like if they counter or destroy your Dark Confidant, you can just get it back with Liliana. So yeah, the 6 Liliana plan seems to be better fitting with 4 Dark Confidants and 2 Tombstalkers than with the deck with only like 2 sideboard creatures. That's basically it, right? Yeah. So we're waiting for an opponent here, but yeah. So I'll just show the deck a bit more. There was something else. Oh yeah, like the things like the sinkholes. I'm not really convinced on them yet, but yeah, I should probably record more data to see if they're worth it. But yeah, usually I'm just too lazy and I keep them in without thinking if I should replace them or not. Like, and it's also very tiresome to like track every time you draw a sinkhole and if you like it or not, if you would have liked more or not. It's really tedious work, so I'm probably too lazy to ever do that. So we're playing against Magic Michael. Yes, I would like to play first. Like yesterday or something I played against him and he was on Elves, so that means we're not weak to wasteland ourselves, and yeah, Nether Void could be okay, and we have discard spells and stuff. I think I'm gonna keep it here, hoping that he's on Elves and not like on some wasteland deck. That's gonna wreck us. And this can take care of Cavern of Souls if he would ever play something like that. Ooh, he is on Cavern of Souls and Aether Vial. Definitely need to take Aether Vial here. And depending on how many Cavern of Souls he plays, the Nether Void could kind of backfire. Oh, he's gonna waste this. Oh yeah, of course. It's actually quite good here. Except we drew Wasteland of our own. And we drew a black source, that's very important. Plains, mom, sure. Yeah, maybe I should have played out the swamp, because that would have allowed me to smallpox here. I may want to smallpox, like I definitely don't want him to Stoneforge up a Batterskull. I could Nether Void, but then my smallpox is gonna cost me 5 mana, and I'm only gonna get 4 in the near future. Oh, he still has the Cavern of Souls, yeah. Yeah, I definitely should have played the swamp first. I think I'm just gonna burn the Dark Ritual on this smallpox. It's kind of a waste, but I'll discard the Nether Void. Like, it's not gonna be great here. And I'm gonna sacrifice the Wasteland. In the Canonist and Spirit. He really doesn't like combo decks, I guess. Sacrifice a Plains, hit this, sure. At least he doesn't seem to have any more basics in hand, so we can waste him off. Unless he draws a mom or something. Very likely here to take the Stoneforge Mystic, because that's a 2 for 1. That's very valuable in late game. Wasting here means that we are not going to be able to cast a Liliana if we draw one. But it also means our opponent is not able to cast anything. Oh yeah, actually, if we don't waste them, they play Thalia. We never play Liliana anyway, so I guess it kind of evens out. Okay, there's the Liliana. So whoever draws land first is very far ahead. Like, when we get to Thalia, we need to draw 2 lands, so that's going to be rough. And if we draw land first, the creature is not going to stay alive for very long. Ooh, they did find it. Play Spirit of the Labyrinth first. That's very interesting. I guess they didn't want their Thalia to die. And now they can play it and I can't immediately make them sacrifice it, sure. At least I get to kill something and make them discard something next turn. So it's already proven its value. Ooh, they can protect the Thalia with the Caracas. That's good. At least they're gonna lose something. That's and any removal spell we draw. Actually, no, they have Caracas. Whatever. Yeah, we are clearly not ahead. Like, they have a card in hand and a creature on board, and we have nothing. Except if we draw like a Toxic Deluge now, that would be good. Okay, so we're not doing great here. Like, pre-board, this is usually a quite annoying matchup. And usually because of Aethervial, which doesn't matter here, but... Ooh, this is not the worst. Should be able to keep their creatures in check if they don't like revoke it or something. So, yeah, he ping this, they can bounce it and replay it, but I save 2 damage next turn. If I ping this, they get less value if they draw a Flicker Wisp, but I only save 1 damage a turn. But I might still draw a Wasteland for their Karakas. I think probably long term this is smarter. Swamp, basic. Yeah, like I don't want to dive to a Flicker Wisp and for this getting a Revoker for my Curse Scroll or something like that. Mom, sure, that doesn't get around Curse Scroll. Ooh, Tombstalker is not the worst. Let's see if I have enough cards. Yeah, I can Delve. I can both ping something. I ping the Mom because it gives protection, and then I play the Tombstalker. Doomstalker. They might have a Plow in hand or something because they haven't plowed us yet. See, we can't get anything back from the graveyard, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, if they have a Plow, at least we're gonna gain 5 life, and we buy ourselves like 2 or 3 turns. I guess they're just baiting us, right? And they're gonna bounce it here. Wait. That's kind of strange. Maybe. Oh yeah, they can play their Batterskull. Okay, that's not bad, I guess. I need to keep this as a blocker. I guess I still want to waste something. If I waste Karakas, their top deck Talia is worse. Like this is just gonna be able to hold off the Germ token for now. Okay, I'm never gonna be able to kill this with the Cursed Scroll, so that means I need to draw either Liliana, or like I could use this as a blocker and start pinging their life. So let's see, these together. This kills me in 2 turns, and this kills them, let's see, 7, yeah, in 3 turns. So I'm definitely not attacking here, but I could hold the Curse Scroll in case they play something next turn. I think I'm just gonna Curse Scroll here and waste them of the Karakas. This is gonna get the most value in case they draw Thalia. Wasteland. It's only gonna suck if we draw a Seagate Oracle because we need colorless mana to pay for the activation. We're also kind of weak to a Flicker Wisp here because he's gonna get in 4 damage and yeah. Guess my opponent has more life draws than we do. Ooh, that seems good. So I start by attacking. I can Curse Scroll them or a creature and then push something. Like I can push this Germ. I think we can't get punished for waiting with this, right? So yeah, I'm gonna wait. Maybe they play something pre-combat and I can Curse Scroll it before pushing instead of scrolling their life. Curse Scroll them, name Fatal Push. push. And this is another case where Fatal Push is clearly a lot better than Innocent Blood. It's like we don't get to kill our own Tombstalker. Now, even if they bounce the Batterskull, draw a land and replay it, we already killed them before they attack, right? No, maybe not, but they would need... yeah, they could bounce here. I bring down to 5, they could replay it. No, I think they're dead. If they only have the Batterskull plan going on. Gonna put an upkeep stop here, which allows us to draw. Even if they kill this, we can end of turn go down to 3, upkeep bring them down to 1, and then we could draw a Smallpox for the win. If they have a removal for this, which is kind of unlikely. Okay. So I may want Damnation, I'm not sure. I may want, yeah, I definitely want this Liliana. Probably want Pithing Needles against Aetherfile, Mother of Runes, actually, or the equipment. Ratchet Bomb to kill Aetherfiles and stuff. Probably don't want Nether Void against Liquid Cavern of Souls and Aetherfile. I probably, what else don't I want? I don't think this is a Dark Confident matchup. Like, it does trace their removal, but they're also kind of... could also have some very aggressive draws, and losing this life... I may consider it. Maybe it's either Dark Confidence or like both Tombstalks. Yeah, this isn't great for the same reason as Nether Void. You can see cutting some Dark Ritual, but I don't necessarily think you need to get all Dark Rituals here, because against Athalia, it still nets you 1 mana, like it lets you cast Liliana of the Veil of 3 mana instead of 4 mana against Athalia. It's kind of a niche situation, but... And Hymn to Turak doesn't seem great either, like we're on the draw, so by the time we get to cast these, they already have a bunch of stuff on the battlefield. Sure, so... what else? All of sinkholes are probably, because of the same file interaction, maybe sinkhole, this is not a sinkhole matchup. So, let's see, I got maybe a Tombstalker, and I guess I'll leave in 1 Dark Ritual for random value. And I think I'm just gonna try it like this. Maybe on the play I bring back in some cards like Hymn to Turak. I'll see how I like the discard in this game. On the play this would be awesome, because this would get their Aetherfile, but now if they open up with Aetherfile or Mother of Runes, we're kind of screwed. Because it's kind of gonna null our Liliana activation, at least this Liliana. I don't really want Thalia on the field. I think against Stoneforge is more annoying. I'd rather pay 4 for Liliana if I have this 4 mana here, than having to deal with Batterskull all the time. I'm gonna start with Confidence. At least these two get cleared out by something like a Toxic Deluge or something. I mean, that actually is kind of a control deck, so then maybe that's the reason that the Dark Confidence is okay here. Of course, Mimic Crusader is gonna be a hell to deal with. Oh yeah, but actually Mishra's Factory kills... like it can block stuff through Mother of Runes because it's colorless. So that's something I have to remember here as well. So I play the Mishra. I don't want to block with it yet, because if it pumps, it kills both these creatures. But if it doesn't... Oh, actually they have Rishadan port, so never mind about that part. I guess I just Inquisition them for... Could they have anything I care about? That's a question. Maybe I just play Dark Confidant and like really hope to draw into a Toxic Deluge here. Our opponent said no pain, no gain, and that's clearly what we were trying to do with these Dark Confidants. Actually, this Rishadan port means we can't cast Toxic Deluge if we draw it. I think I want to use this Dark Confidant just to block the Thalia. And I don't want to lose a whole bunch of life when I still need to cast it, something like Toxic Deluge. And this is quite a big clock. And this is basically why being on the draw here makes us lose the game, which we could have won if we had if we would have been on the play. Opponent is not tapping my land here, that's interesting. So we can't cast any of these. I definitely don't want to lose 2 more life here. We're gonna take 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm not gonna come back from this. That's quite clear. And sideboard. Yeah, like this is exactly a situation where Dark Ritual could have been fine, I guess, because of yeah, like Liliana, so we would have been able to cast the previous turn, at least start chipping away at their creatures a little bit. Maybe I don't want either Doomstalker here then. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna try it like this. It's I haven't played this matchup often enough with this configuration. Like I actually haven't played this configuration. And like this is not great against Mother of Runes or Flicker Wisp, which can take it out for a turn. They might even bring in Rest in Peace against us. So yeah, like also like a card like Damnation, if they have Thalia on the field, that Ritual might just be a very bad way to at least be able to cast it by giving 1 more mana. This basically negates Thalia, like it adds 1 additional mana, like you pay 2 to get 3, but then you lose it by casting something with the Thalia attacks. So you spend 4 mana for Damnation, but otherwise you would have spent 5, so I guess it's acceptable. Of course, turn 1 Liliana at Last Hope wouldn't be too bad either. This does get rid of Ether Vial and creatures. I guess I'm gonna keep this. I'm not gonna name Ether Vial until they actually play it, because I might want to name something like Sword of Fire and Ice or Jitte at some point. Like, I have no way to interact with this needle in my hand. So I think by slow rolling it, I don't lose anything. This is like this hand really isn't so great, but we get to kill their two first creatures, so that's something, right? If they play Mother of Runes here, I think I'm gonna waste the Cavern and not Pithing Needle the Mom yet. Like, I don't care about Mother yet. I can steal Smallpox her away next turn. Unless they play another Mom, but whatever. Or they could play Aetherfile here of the Wasteland, for example. Here I'm gonna keep the Thoughtseize for next turn, because they don't have a 1-drop, so if I make them sacrifice the Wasteland with Smallpox, they probably still won't have a 1-drop next turn, so I don't lose a whole lot by... maybe I do want to discard a Pithing Needle. I definitely want a Thoughtseize next turn. Probably also want the Mishra, but I also need my second, like, I need this. I need this. Probably also want like a win condition at some point, and like more mana to play around Thalia. I think I'm actually gonna ditch the Pithing Needle here and just hope they don't top deck an Aetherfile or something. Sacrifice a land. And this Thoughtseize is kind of guaranteed to 1-for-1 unless they have like only lands. Well, this Pithing Needle is only gonna 1-for-1 if they actually draw anything to interact with. But of course this will be more relevant in later game, and this Thoughtseize will lose its value after a while, so... After they top deck better than us. Ooh, Qasali, that's spicy. Like, I don't really care about Revoker or Crusader, like I can kill anything with Smallpox. I think I'm gonna take the Qasali, like it has the biggest upsides. Like the Mirror Crusader, if I Smallpox next turn to kill the Revoker, the Crusader is gonna be very slow to come down. So, Revoker, sure. Although, them getting the mana to actually cast Pride Mage is also kind of unlikely, so... Yeah, I'm definitely smallboxing here. Like there is, I don't mind. Like I have enough swamps to deal with anything. Can discard one, I sacrifice one, but I still have double black next turn. So I can still cast Liliana if I draw it. Unless they draw Thalia here, but sure. And this could be a point where drawing Doomstalker is better than drawing Dark Confidant, because at least Doomstalker will kill them in 3 turns, and they have like nothing going on here. But tap my swamp. That's interesting. I guess it means they get more damage, but I'm fine with that. It does prevent us from casting Liliana, but we wouldn't be able to cast Liliana even if they tap the Mishra's Factory. See, this one is not affected. I don't mind trading here, like and otherwise I deal 3 damage with the pump, so we already declared no blockers, sure. I get to attack for 4 next turn and he only attacks for 3, so I should be winning unless he top decks better than me. Okay, this is clearly a reason why getting rid of Tombstalker was a good idea. Like, it would have been a very bad top deck from here on. Now I definitely prefer top decking Dark Confident. They just wasted a turn playing a card that does nothing. Like it does kind of stop Liliana at Last Hope. Like from returning a Dark Confident, but we don't have any Dark Confidence, so kill this thing. Attack them with this thing. I hope I clicked the correct one. Yeah. It's kind of hard to remember which one you want to activate and which one you used for paying. Like you might just end up paying one colorless mana with the card itself, so that would suck. Also, I think I might actually wait, like in case he has a second May face flash creature, whatever. Very unlikely, but and here not having to discard this to this being the wrong Liliana is also very good. Oh yeah, they actually have Rishad on board. Sure, let's bump your brother. I'm using this for attacking, right? Yes, okay. I think only Mirren Crusader would be annoying here, like it doesn't die to Fatal Push or Liliana. I think everything else dies, right? Oh, he's actually getting the Mirren Crusader. That's a good call. Unfortunately, you're probably gonna make him discard it here, right? Like, I don't see a reason. Is there a reason not to smallpox here? He could just smallpox next turn when he actually casts it. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So otherwise I'm not gonna be able to attack for 4 here. Next turn I can smallpox and I can probably still attack for 3 next turn. Okay, yeah, so this... Let's see, smallpox leaves me 3 mana to attack. Yeah, I can attack for 3. I guess the fatal push is worst here. Yeah, like activate one, attack, pump it with the other, and we win. And we found another match a bit more quickly. Ooh, that's Andrea Mengucci, probably also recording a game. This hand seems kind of weak to anything most legacy decks do. No, this one has some kind of interaction, so I probably gotta keep it. At least we got the Thoughtseize. I don't think I want another land here, even though it's a good land. Kind of curious what kind of a janky deck he will be playing here. Like, I mean, he doesn't only play janky decks, but usually they're not always like the most tier decks, so to speak. This Toxic Deluge is really gonna be good here. I may want to ramp here, right? Like I fatal push this guy. But he's also going to kill it himself. But if he kills it with cable therapy, he's going to be able to flash it back and take something that he wants. I think I'm just going to... It might be a really tricky play, but I feel like me getting the 2 mana first could be really worth it. Because I get to Thoughtseize and play out Curse Scroll, so only the Toxic Deluge will be exposed here. Brainstorming response, sure. At least he's not getting a Brainstorm Shuffle, that's also fine with me. Well, I guess we don't really have a lot of choice here. And opponent has a bunch of land and probably like 1 or 2 cards they wanted to protect. Play Catacombs. That means they only wanted to protect 1 card. Might be a Chase. Oh, it's Strix. Okay, sure. I don't mind the Strix. It's better than a Chase for us. And I think I start out with playing Deluge here. It's probably the best time to 2-for-1 with these cards. Because if I try to pick something and I miss, or like I Liliana make them sacrifice something, they kill the Liliana. And now this is gonna, like this on the clear board will be a lot better, like if you only have 1 creature. See, I might just, do I want to make, I might just uptick this, right? Maybe an Innocent Blood? I think Innocent Blood and start ticking up my Liliana. Let's see what is discard. Basic Island, sure. I want to get this to ultimate range as soon as possible. I think these two together even beat the Jace. Like, they have to keep plusing the Jace, because otherwise I kill it with Curse Scroll. And Liliana makes them discard anything they have in hand, so they're not going to be able to draw any extra cards with Jace. And this is going to discard everything else. So I feel quite safe here. And I certainly don't regret killing the Veteran Explorer. So we get to play out all our cards quite well here, due to having like all the mana. Zenith for 3. Tireless Tracker. Okay, that's quite good. Like getting 2 clues to sacrifice. Let's see, I think I Curse Scroll here. Naming Curse Scroll. And like here, Rishalan Port isn't really gonna do a whole lot because they can sacrifice a clue in response.